I'm back and I'm still cool. If you ask me, there's no better way to ring in this new year than by going back to black. So today we'll be discussing how Rebecca Black went from crunch to cunt. This is pop culture history. On February 10th, 2011, via Arc Music Factory, an unknown teenage girl uploaded a music video to an original song called Friday. How did that happen? Rebecca Black's mother, Georgina Kelly, reached out to Arc Music Factory, who was known for producing music videos and songs for unknown talent. Keyword, unknown. None of their music videos and none of their songs had ever produced any sort of celebrity, any sort of viral content. This was 2011. It was just something for rich kids to do. So Rebecca Black's mom paid Arc Music Factory $4,000 to record and produce an original song and music video. But they went back to Rebecca's mom and said, hey, if you let us maintain all of the rights to this music, we won't charge you a cent. We'll do all of this for free. And she said no. So they came back to her with 2 songs to choose from, one called Superwoman and one called Friday. The day Rebecca Black uploaded the music video to Friday, an alleged comedian, Michael J. Nelson, tweeted the link to the video and said this is, quote, the worst video ever. From there, the video started to go viral. This is the internet and this is 2011. So it was relatively acceptable to attack teenage girls just for existing online. These are direct quotes from a CBS News article written by Jim Edwards. Most of Arc's singers have some sort of YouTube video out there, ranging from 10-year-old Madison Bray's dismal rap, Girl Swag On, to the almost passable Alana Lee's Butterflies, which has had 500,000 looks since last October. Arc's other standout appears to be Jenna Rose and Baby Triggy's My Jeans, which is just soul-destroyingly embarrassing. So almost immediately, due to alleged comedian Michael J. Nelson's tweet, the hate train for Rebecca Black left the station at lightning speed. Pretty soon, Rebecca Black's video was featured on hit Comedy Central program Tosh.0. Back in the day, it was a very big deal for your video to go viral. You had one place to upload them. It was YouTube. There was no TikTok. There was no videos on Instagram. Vine didn't exist. You had one shot to hit a home run. And when you hit a home run, it was an even bigger deal to hit a grand slam. What is a grand slam in 2011? Your viral video gets you on TV. Traditional media still had a chokehold on most of America. So that means kids, teens, adults alike are all watching TV more than they are watching videos online. So when you had a video end up on a program like Oprah, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, or something like Tosh.0, it would drive millions and millions and millions of people online. So when Rebecca Black was featured on Tosh.0, the music video to Friday gained 30 million views in a week. Friday was released February 10th, 2011. By May 10th, 2011, the Glee cast had recorded and performed their cover of Friday on Glee. That's syndicated TV programming. And when asked why, of all songs, Glee, which was one of the biggest TV shows in the world at the time, would cover Rebecca Black's Friday, especially because this is in the middle of the hate train. Everybody was making fun of how awful this song was. The creator of Glee himself, Ryan Murphy, said, "The show pays tribute to pop culture. Love it or hate it, this song is pop culture." By June 16th, the video had 167 million views. That's 33.5 million views per month. In the span of 5 months, a teenaged Rebecca Black went from completely unknown to having one of the most viewed and one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history. From Billboard to the BBC to ABC, CBS, and the Rolling Stone. Every single headline that had Rebecca Black's name in it was not empathetic. It was scrutinizing, calloused, and unkind.
Fame hit like a tsunami, but it also launched a national debate about whether it really was the worst song ever. Critics and bloggers were harsh.
Her song Friday is the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. Even deaf people are complaining.
And even more alarming, death threats.
Within the span of 5 months, Rebecca Black went from a completely unknown teenage girl to one of the most talked about people in the world in 2011. And that catapult, that slingshotted her to fame, was built almost entirely out of humiliation, criticisms, and misogyny. It was not cool to be Rebecca Black. So what did she do? She had a career, but at what cost? From 2011 to 2015, Rebecca Black played the YouTube game, and she played it really fucking well, might I add. She was doing things like posting vlogs, making collabs with other major YouTubers at the time, and posting covers of songs. On August 26, 2016, Rebecca Black released her first piece of new music since Friday. It was a single called The Great Divide. And it was her last song to ever chart. The Great Divide was the first of 3 singles that Rebecca Black released in 2016, the other 2 being Heartful of Scars and Foolish, that were the leading singles to the release of her EP that I don't know how to pronounce. From 2017 to 2020, Rebecca Black didn't release any new music, but she did do a ton of TV appearances. She continued to maintain her online presence. She also did a reality TV singing competition called The 4 Battle for Stardom.
I'm Rebecca Black, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Anaheim, California. So when I was 13, my parents found this company that would provide me with a song and film a music video. That song was Friday.
Party. And also, my favorite part of Rebecca Black's lore, she did a Dunkin' Donuts advertisement with Miranda Sings to promote their donut fries.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Donut Friday, Friday, my dreams are coming true on Friday. This must be open just like in rain.
Yeah. In 2021, Rebecca Black's Friday was turning 10 years old. So on the 10th anniversary of Friday being released, Rebecca Black releases the Hyperpop remix of Friday. This is where the cunt starts to... When Rebecca Black released the remix to Friday, it received really, really good reviews. Most of those reviews coming from a place of complete fucking shock. Utter disbelief, even. Later that year, on June 16th, Rebecca Black released her second EP called Rebecca Black Was Here. And she also announced that the release of her debut album, Let Her Burn, will be released in early 2023. 4 days after announcing her debut album, Rebecca Black released the first single, Crumbs.
You can make a mess and I'll pick up the crumbs.
So what's going on? How did Rebecca Black go from sounding like this
7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs
to sounding like this?
Hit, pop it by, sugar water, cyanide. Let the taste slip inside, holding on for my life.
And given that Rebecca Black has an album coming in just a few weeks called Salvation, what do we think Rebecca Black is going to sound like? We do know that this album has been referred to as hyperpop. What the fuck is that? The origins of hyperpop can be traced back to one guy. We're going to the United Kingdom in the early 2010s. There's a guy over there called A.G. Cook, and he's making some weird fucking shit. And he's doing some very interesting experimental things with his music. So he starts a record label called PC Music.
I started a label called PC Music in 2013. There's always this fake division between people and computers, machines versus acoustic, organic things. I think really it's actually just about being very honest about the contemporary moment.
You may know some of the artists on his roster. They include girls like Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I wanna dance to me. I wanna dance to AG.
And Sophie.
I wanna dance to Sophie.
The first time we hear the use of the word hyperpop in the way that we use it today literally comes from 2019. It's a guy called Glenn McDonald. He makes playlists for Spotify, and he created a playlist called Hyperpop, which included people like A.G. Cook, 100 Gex, Sophie, Charlie XCX. Very electronic, very plugged in, very distorted, very experimental sound. Hyperpop has also been described as the surrealism of music, something that was, quote, always backflipping on the edge of addictive and abrasive, which was what made it so electrifying, but also off-putting to normie audiences. Rebecca Black's album Salvation is expected January 17th, which means that we only have 2 weeks until we figure out exactly what direction she's decided to take her music. The 2 songs we have heard so far are giving me very high hopes. We've heard Trust and Sugar Water Cyanide. That sounds like electronic music to me. I am waiting with bated breath to listen to Salvation because this is my favorite kind of music. One of my top artists every year is Sophie, and has been since I was in high school. I would like to know a couple things about you. 1, do you remember when Rebecca Black was going viral for Friday? 2, have you ever listened to Rebecca Black's music outside of Friday? 3, if you're a fan of hyperpop, how do you feel about the term hyperpop? And 4, are you going to listen to Rebecca Black's new album, Salvation, coming out January 17th? I know I will be. What would you like to be taught about for the next pop culture history lesson? Let me know that down in the comments too. I love pop culture, and I love history, and I love music, and I love pop culture history, and I love the music history of pop culture, and I love it all. So I hope you liked it too. And if you did fucking like it, make sure to subscribe. That way you never miss another video. And also, if you want to follow me anywhere else, literally everywhere else, I'm Cody Jacob. Except for Instagram, I'm the real June Squibb. If I made you laugh, if I made you smile, if I taught you something new, buy me a coffee. That would make me feel happy. And I'll see you when I see you, because it's really hard for me to sit in front of a camera because sometimes I just want to walk into the woods and never turn around and hopefully disappear. Bye.
Guilty. Guilty!